Well, hello, air signs. We are asking the question today about the one that got away. I will be time stamping for all of you guys. First, we'll get a reading for it, and then we'll do advice for each air sign. And I will time stamp all of those in the description box below this video, okay? So if you have air, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, and you are interested in the one that got away, then this is for you. All right, Gemini gang, let's get started with you guys. Gemini, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, the one that got away. Let's get a take on their energy, your energy, and a probable outcome. Their energy, your energy, and going forward, what to expect. Gemini, let's take a look. Here we go. All right, so we have Libra energy. We also have Aquarius. We have earth, air, earth again, woo, and fire. Well, let's take a look, Gemini. All right, this is kind of interesting because I think you are feeling pretty hesitant about this thing. You got the two of Swords. I think you're up in your head about this thing, and I think you're kind of seeing that this could go, in your mind, okay, that this could go either way. You're kind of worried that it would be a false start, okay? And you kind of feeling overly guarded as a result, okay? You almost, and I'm just calling this out. You almost think like that person, you know, I'm fooling myself to think that anything could really go along with this. This is what I get in your energy, Gemini, okay? Let's talk about their energy, all right? They're starting to get some clarity on this thing. I think they've worked through some stuff. There was probably some drama between you at one point, but you know what? They're not seeing it anymore. And you got the Justice card here. Things kind of turning into your favor. Okay. And the Star card. They're optimistic about it. I think they got a positive outlook about it. Okay. And they see a lot of potential here with some better days ahead for you guys if you were to come together. So Gemini, I don't think you're really aware of it, but they are thinking of you. Guess what happens? Well, somebody is done holding back, okay? And I don't know if you make the first move or they do, but somebody makes the first move, and it's going to be after a delay. Well, you're aware of that delay because, you know, this is you kind of thinking, I don't know. But whatever happens is going to take you by surprise. It's going to be very sudden, and it's going to be when you least expect it with this Eight of Wands like this. But this is speedy communication and or action after a delay. Okay, so I think for many of you, you kind of felt like, I think you in your mind really felt like that there was a lot of roadblocks here. Okay, that's kind of what I think. But at the end of the day, somebody steps up. Okay, this is the Six of Wands. Okay, all about recognizing your value, and moving forward. And being recognized each other. And you know, when you hear that recognized, sometimes that strong soul connections, and I see a lot of major arcanas here, certainly could be the case for you, Gemini. So I think this thing has got more potential than you realize, okay? I really do. And I don't know if it's you that needs to reach out to your person, but your person has a lot of fondness about this thing, okay? Really does. Tables turning in your favor. I think they feel like that you are very fair with them and very giving. I get that as well too. Okay. So that kind of what came forth. Okay. So I think you're really kind of holding back, and I'm not sure if you need to, but somebody after holding back for a while makes a move. And I don't know if it's you or them, but I think it could go either way. And when it does, it's going to be a successful thing. Okay. So there you go. Wow. These readings are really surprising me about this one that got away, okay? So, with that being said, let's move along to my Libra gang. Libra gang, how are you guys doing? Libra, in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Let's take a look, Libra. Let's take a look, Libra gang. Let's take a look. The one that got away, Libra. What's up with them? Let's get their energy and your energy and what we might see going forward in this thing. Let's see. and this is you, you're watching them, okay? You're watching them. You may be dealing with a Pisces. You also have earth energy, water, air, air again, and Libra energy. Well, go figure. We just pulled for you and we pulled your card. All about stepping into your power regardless, okay? So let's talk about them. They do have a lot of emotion for you, okay? This is almost like a flirt with this Page of Cups, okay? And you got the Page of Cups here in their energy. 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, both of those reversed. In your energy, you got the Judgment reversed. You got the Moon and the Upright and Page of Swords, okay? So you are really kind of watching things from a distance and kind of playing this thing cool. Stealth, if you will. And honestly, I think you're fluctuating back. I think you're kind of fluctuating on this thing back and forth with that Moon card. That's kind of what I get, okay? Or you are concerned that this person is maybe not stable, maybe back in and out. The Moon can also speak to secrets coming out. So maybe they're fond of you and you're not aware of it, because they are fond of you. Whether you realize it or not is another matter. But you feel like there's a lot of obstacles in this thing that need to be overcome, and that somebody's not stepping up to do them. And I see some, and we'll talk about those here in a minute, okay? Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? I think your person, I think you're kind of on the fence on this thing all day long. That's what I get. I think you've got emotion for them, clearly, or we wouldn't be having this chat. But you're on the fence about this, okay? And there are some things your person's not seeing. This is the card, when it comes with in reverse, sometimes can speak to looking through rose-colored glasses, okay? And I think they're really ready to be vulnerable, maybe too soon, okay? But I think they are going to be the ones to reach out to you with this Page of Cups here, okay? If they haven't already. So let's talk about this thing and where it goes from here. I don't see it having staying power, and I'm just going to call it like that all day long, Libra. You got the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Swords here. Roadblocks all day long and endings, tragic sometimes, that really hurt if you were to take a leap. And you know what? I think you're well aware of that, and that's why you're playing it still. I really do. So I think for many of you, you are going to go on your own path and work on you and step into your own power. That's why we pulled the Libra card. So that's what I get for you, Libra. That's what I get. I think you're on the fence about this thing. They are really not seeing the forest for the trees. You, however, are. Because, okay, the moon, in this case, in my mind, you are well aware of something, and it's come to your world. It's coming to your world, but they themselves are not seeing it. And this is like rose-colored glasses all day long, okay? And I'm getting maybe even a little bit immature with this one. Could be somebody you had children with, or, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, Libra goes independent on this one and steps into Libra's big, fat muscles, okay? And that's what I'm getting from that. You go to a place of maturity, stability on your own, and I think you walk away from this. That's what I'm getting. Because you see that whatever obstacles are there are just, in your mind, really too big to overcome. Why? Not that they're too big to overcome, but they're not going to be overcome until this person steps up, and you don't see them doing that. And you would be right, okay? Certainly, their energies can change. They can decide to step up, and then that would change the whole dynamic, in which case, if that happened, we would pull totally different cards, and you well know that if you have watched me for any length of time, Libra gang. With that being said, let's move along to my Aquarius gang. Aquarius, we are asking the question about the one that got away. What is up, Aquarius, with the one that got away? Let's take a look, Aquarius gang. Let's take a look, Aquarius gang, the one that got away. Let's see. Let's take a look, Aquarius, the one that got away. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Their energy. All right. Your energy. And a probable. Okay. All right. Let's talk, Aquarius. This is one of those that you are really, really worried about this thing and guarded, okay? Very guarded. Okay, the person may be at a distance from you as well, okay? But you, for what it's worth, your majors here, you have Cancer energy and Aries energy, and then in the minors, air, water, and fire. But okay. All right. So zodiac signs, maybe, maybe not. But okay, here's what's important. Knight of Swords in reverse. They're just, honestly, that's the card of people pleasing and kind of saying what you want to hear. Okay. They really got the long range in mind. They want to go the whole 9 yards with you. They do. All right. But they're telling you what you want to hear just to get here. That's the difference. And this is pregnancy card, so be very careful and cautious, Aquarius, if that could apply to you, okay? It can speak to marriage, because I think that's what this person has on the brain. But at the same time, they're really codependent and people-pleasing and telling you what you want to hear. They're not really speaking their own truth. And it's all just to get to here, okay? And what they don't realize is you can't go from here to here without it also going like this and ending in disaster without working through all this junk right here, okay? And that's, you know, that's what, and you're well aware. You are, okay? Let's talk about this thing. You're holding back all day long. Chariot in reverse, okay? Many of you are up in your head, or you have been, about it, okay? All right? But at the end of the day, I think you know that you're fighting a losing battle with this Nine of Wands, okay? You're fighting a losing battle, and you well know it. And you know that this person has not worked through some junk, okay? And probably just hasn't changed from whatever, okay? That's what I get. So, at the end of the day, probable outcome. All right, Judgment in reverse. Obstacles that need to be overcome that aren't being overcome. If you were to move forward on this thing, okay, they may start to see, or you realize there are things that they need to work through and overcome, okay, and outgrow. But at the end of the day, the Nine of Cups is all about somebody feeling like this was exactly what they wanted, and then being this is fickle pickle energy all day long. And so some of you Aquarius people, you're going to go forward on this thing, and at the end of the day, you're going to realize that it wasn't what you wanted. Now, those of you that are up, and those are the ones that may be up in their head about it, but those of you that are really thinking this thing through and you're well aware, okay, you're not even going to bother. You're going to know that, okay, there was a time when this person seemed like all that in a bag of chips and exactly what I wanted to go the long haul with, but I have outgrown this because they are not overcoming and working through their stuff, and so this is not what I want at all. So that's what I get. A couple of different storylines, but either way, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to end well, okay? I don't see this thing with a lot of long-term potential. I think your person is really fooling themselves on this thing, okay? All right, so let's go back to my Gemini gang, get some advice for you. Gemini gang. Gemini, advice, Geminis. What do we have for you? Let's figure this thing out, Gemini gang. Advice for you. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Gemini. Let's take a look. Ooh, these flew out. Let's get them. And I don't read reversals for advice anyway. But okay, do not come together with somebody out of loneliness. Okay, Gemini, do not do it. Okay. And, you know, some of you need to be reminded that outcomes are not set in stone, and that the judgment call is yours and yours alone to make at the end of the day, okay? Nine of Swords is, don't be up in your head about something. And, you know, of course, do your shadow work through things. And if you're feeling lonely, then go inside and figure out why, so you can feel comfortable being alone, so that when you come together with somebody, whoever it might be, that you come together for the right reason. And this is all about maturity and stability and stepping into your power, okay? For what it's worth, this is Aries and air, okay? For what it's worth. Okay. All right. So let's move for my Libra gang. Libra, advice for my Libra friends. Advice for you, Libra. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Libra. Let's take a look. All right. Be sure that you work through your thing, your issues. You know, we talked about you guys stepping into your power. Some of you need to kind of take a break from things for a little bit in the romantic area and just go inside. I think some of you have been dealing with some drama and turmoil. It's time to take a rest and take care of you. Okay, work through the shadow work if you need to, self-care, meditation. But this is all about a rest and recovery after a tough situation for many of you guys, okay? I don't read reversals in the advice part, but it's all about stepping into maturity and understanding and trusting the process, okay? This is a card of divine timing, okay? And having patience and knowing that you will reap a bountiful harvest at the end of the line. But this is the story of the tortoise and the hare all day long, okay? Don't get in a hurry and don't rush this thing, okay? Let everything in your life unfold organically, okay? And here again, this is all about having a higher vision and seeing the big picture, okay? With that King of Pentacles like that, okay? Stepping into maturity, stepping into your power, which is what we talked about in your reading earlier, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's move along to my Aquarius game. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, let's get you some advice. Let's get you some advice, Aquarius. Let's take a look. Advice for you. What do you need to know? Aquarius game. All right, interesting. We've pulled Gemini energy, Capricorn energy, and water, but okay. All right, so here again, make sure that if you are dealing with a strong soul connection, which 2 of these 3 cards are about that you are on top of your energy work and don't get complacent, okay, all day long. This is about doing energy work and taking the high road and making intuitively led decisions, okay, with the Lover's card in the advice, okay? The devil in the advice is this: show some spunk, set boundaries that are healthy and keep them and honor them, and always do. And speak your truth. Do not compromise your truth, okay? Watch your tongue and make sure it's done in a kind way, but don't compromise a bit of your message, okay, Aquarius? So that's kind of what I get for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And the likes and comments, y'all mean the world. And of course, you can always hit me up for a personal reading. You can see that info in the description box below this video. Thank you so much.